Yeah, we back. We back. We back. We back. We back. We back. We back like we ain't been nowhere. Yeah, we ain't been far. We just been maximizing our living. Man. My boy Chip hit me up the other day, and he had brought up this story about me time and time ago, back with this girl I was dating. And I don't like to say dating, because most of the time I date people, I don't really claim my relationships. So I be wanting to claim them, but most of the time I claim them, that's when they end. So I try not to claim them as fast. But I really liked her, but we had a really good relationship. But no lie, true confessions. I give you a updated version of me in a relationship. I ain't talked to her in probably 3 years. We had talked via LinkedIn. And when we were rapping, it was one of those reflective phases type women. Like, before I had Zoe, I was going through a really big change in my life. I was getting out of my hoe stage. And I wouldn't say I was a real hoe, but I was a hoe. Because a lot of stuff started combining and overlapping. So I had my pre-military life was getting added with my military life, which was getting added to the life I wanted. They were all overlapping, and I was a super busy man. But this one girl here, I liked her a lot, but I don't like arguing with people, so I didn't really go into details why me and her ended. She had got a job overseas when she was in the reserve, and when she was in the reserve, they gave her an option of going to school, and her option of going to school was based on her being a aircraft, some type of aircraft job, whatever. So she was gonna go to school and make 6 figures, and I was like, man, be with me or make 6 figures. Girl, you better go make your 6 figures. So she didn't come back, and she held it against me, well, if you want to be in a relationship with me, you wouldn't have told me I can leave. And I'm sitting here man, you better go make that money. You better go make that money. Forget this, forget that. Go make that money. So that's why me and her ended. But this one time when I first met her, she was one of my patients at the dental clinic. And when I saw her, I was like, man, I don't believe in love at first sight, but dang, I want her. I want to be with her. But I knew she was in for an exam, a reserve exam. And the only time the reserves come in the dental clinic is when they about to get deployed or something. So when I met her on a Friday. And no lie, I purposely didn't finish her appointment to schedule her another one. So she had to come back. And I had a cancellation on Monday. So she came back on Monday, and after Monday, I done had Friday, Saturday, Sunday of thinking about her, so I had my lines ready. I had my story ready. So once I approached her, it worked. She was digging me, I was digging her, but her whole thing was, she didn't want a relationship, and I was like, I'm gonna change that. But then in the back of my head, I'm like, man, she getting deployed. She leaving soon. So, I helped her out getting deployed. We expedited it, get everything done, paperwork done. And then we started wrapping up, chopping up, whatever. And our chemistry was good. And it's hard to have good chemistry with me. So me and her chemistry was good. And it was no problems. So then check this stuff out. We started hanging out every day. I was hanging out with her every day. She was military, so she would pop up. So by her being able to pop up, I kind of got rid of some people. So we just hanging out, no problem, everything good. And I tell y'all, no lie, I was at her crib one day, and we weren't messing around or nothing. She was showing me some family pictures. And when she started showing me family pictures, it taught me man, this was a really good woman. I bet I messed it up with her. So she's showing me the pictures. I'm eating the family via pictures. We talking, we vibing. And my intuition kicked in like, man, something is not right. I need to get out this house. And then I looked around. Her spot didn't have a back door. So I'm sitting here like, only a front door. And I just kept seeing something flash across the back window. And I'm like, man, something ain't right. Something is not right. And some told me somebody was at the door or the window. But I was like, man, why would somebody be at her door or her window? This is before I knew men could go crazy. So I'm sitting there like, all right, I'm uncomfortable. And she's like, everything okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Then all of a sudden I hear a boom, 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 boom. Somebody banging on the darn door. So I'm like, who banging on the door? Who could be banging on the door? Maybe some pizza? I don't know. You got to think about it. Because I'm trying to act super cool with this girl, but I'm really paranoid because, I'm off base. This is probably the first or second time that I'm hanging out with a chick at her crib off base. Because I would bring everybody on base because I'm comfortable. So I just sit in the room, and then all I heard is somebody yelling, I know he in here. And she like, ain't nobody in here, just me. I don't want to be with you no more. And then I'm just sitting here like, man, it's about to go down. So then, all of a sudden, all I heard is something hit against the screen. And I'm like, who is hit? What? So I'm sitting there like, I ain't scared. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. So I'm in the bedroom, a little nervous. All right. So then he's still yelling, let me in, let me meet him. I love you, girl. And whenever you hear a dude say, I love you, and he mad, and you in the room with his girl, that don't ever turn out good. It never turns out good. So I'm back in the bedroom just, all right, cool. So after she didn't got her head banged against the screen, though, she was like, Michael, you just go in the closet, okay? I'll take care of this. And I'm like, man, he just threw you against the screen door. Now, previous stories y'all heard about me. Man, if a chick getting beat up in front of me, I probably ain't helping her because I got to take consideration. I don't know why he beating you up. So that's why I wasn't going to intervene. So I just stayed in the closet, and this when I called my boy Caleb. I called Caleb. I was like, Caleb, let me tell you what's going on. He was like, where you at, Dolph? I said, Caleb, I can't even tell you where I'm at. Now, I couldn't tell him where I'm at because I didn't know where I'm at. I was like, I'm in Long Beach. He's like, what you doing in Long Beach? I was like, man, I'm over so-and-so house. He was like, what's going on? I said, man, he done threw her against the screen, though. He was like, where you at? I said, I'm in the closet. He was like, why you in the closet? I was like, man, because I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. This goes smooth over. And as I'm in the closet, me and him chopping it up. And I told him this famous statement. It's very famous. He was like, man, let me come through, though. We'll take care of cuz. I said, man, I got to be a man, okay? I got to be a man about this. I got to stick up and just stand up for what I believe in as a man. I got to be a man. And when I said that, it was like one of those growth moments as a man. So, dude trying to get into the freaking living room, he bust through the living room. He tried to come into the door. I came out the closet. I was like, what up, bro? He was like, who was you? I was like, man, my name Michael, man. And I was like, who is you? He said his name. And I was like, man, what's going on, man? He was like, you in here effing my girl, blah, blah, blah. I said, man, I ain't even mess with her, man. We just sit here chilling looking at pictures. What's up? He was like, this my girl. I was like, y'all together? And she was like, nah, we ain't together. I told her I didn't want to be with him. So you leaving me for him? And I was like, nah, bro, she ain't leaving you for me. She don't want either one of us. She don't want me like that. I wish she did, but I feel like you want her too. So we can sit down and talk about it. So I said, bro, you sit right there. And then she was like, no, he need to leave. I said, no, you sit down right there. We're going to sit down and talk about this as civilized people. So we sat there, topped it up. I was like, hey, yo, bro, being honest, bro, I know how you feel. Because I remember when I was dating Ashley, and like I had a situation like that with Ashley, where Ashley was involved with somebody, and I wasn't feeling it. And I was mad, and I was angry, and I would have did something stupid and crazy. So I understand who he was coming from. So me and him chopped it up, and no lie, y'all. I'm still in my socks. Me and him then went outside, started walking, talking. Police then pulled us over, threw us against the car, and put us in handcuffs. And this was like, it was a 4-day weekend. It was like a Thursday before the 4-day weekend. And I was just like, he was like, "Where your ID?" And I was like, "Man, I got my military ID. I'm not from around here, whatever." So I didn't get him military ID, and I just told him about my command and all that. And he was like, "Is he causing you a problem? We could take him to jail." I was like, "Nah, homeboy, ain't nothing. It was just a misunderstanding. We just outside getting some fresh air and talking." And, me overhearing the police, he fit the description. Black dude, short hair, white t-shirt. So, the neighbors had called the police on him because domestic violence. So, we all get back to the room. We all start chopping it up, blah, blah, blah. So then I hopped in the car. I get home. It's like, like I didn't want the NBA championship. Everybody looking at me like, "Hey, Michael, what's happened? This. And I had to let everybody know the story. And, I think that's when I entered manhood. I entered manhood when I was like, "Man, I'm going to take care of my business and do what I got to do, whatever. So that was like the craziest thing ever. And, I learned that, this ain't my house, all right? A cheating woman, how you spend the night, So definitely got to, like, really be careful with those type things when you're in relationships, because all kind of things can happen. And this leads into another story, but we'll check on that another time. All right, peace out, holla.